Victoria Stillwell, and today I'm going to teach you how to stop your dog from pulling and get it to walk on a nice loose leash. One of the #1 complaints that people have is that their dog pulls on the leash. They've tried everything. They've tried the choke collars, the prong collars, even shock collars to get their dogs to stop pulling. But all of those contraptions can really do major damage to your dog's throat. A lot of dogs, especially a dog like Candace here, who's very young, they don't want to be attached to the owner with a leash. They want to go run and play and have fun. But the thing is, your leash is a canine life preserver. You need it when you're in public places. So I'm basically going to teach you, you know what? I'm going to take you where you want to go. You're just going to have to not pull me in order to get there. I'm starting this training first inside, so there are less distractions, because outside, where there are more distractions, it's much harder for the dog to learn. I'm also, because she's a young pup, I'm going to move it pretty quickly because she has a very, very short attention span and she's going to get bored very, very quickly. Okay, let's go. Good girl. Candace, let's go. Good girl. Yes, I'm going to really motivate her when she's close to me. Good girl. I'm going to turn my body. Here. Good girl. If she jumps up, I'm just going to ignore that. Candace, let's go. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Now you can see how Candace is following my body. Good girl. And I'm turning around. The more that you turn, the more your dog has to focus on you because your body is becoming unpredictable. The dog is going to go off in one direction, but all of a sudden you call her name and you turn off in the other direction. So she's got to follow you. Being unpredictable means that your dog has to focus on you. It has no choice. But when it does focus on you, it gets loads of praise in return. You use whatever motivates your dog to learn the most. Now, Candace here is really motivated by praise. She's not too much into toys, she's not too much into food, but she really, really likes that vocal communication and that relationship that I have with her. So we're going to try that again. It's called the reverse direction method. If your dog pulls, it doesn't get to where it wants to go to. Immediately you feel the pull on the leash, you immediately turn your body around, call your dog's name, say, let's go, and go off in the other direction. Okay? Candace, let's go. Good girl. All right, good girl. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Let's go. Candace, let's go. Yes. Good girl. All right. Good girl. Okay. Nice. Good. This praise is so important because it really motivates the dog to learn. The dog feels good about learning. Now when you get her to a place where she stops, I also, when I'm teaching loose leash walking, the dog's got to really focus on what my body is saying. So for example, if my body stops, the dog's body has also got to stop. Sometimes when you do the stop, you actually don't even have to communicate with your dog at all because your dog is watching what your body does. You can see that she's getting a little bit whimpery because again, she just wants to go off and run. This kind of is annoying for her, but as a pup, she's got to learn. Okay, Candace, let's go. Good girl, yes. Candace, let's go. Good girl. All right. Candace, here. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. I turn my body around. Candace, stop. Good. Very good. And I don't mind whether she stands or she sits by my side. Stop means just stop your movement. Now, I'm going to see if Candace has learned that my body stopping means that she has to stop herself without me saying anything. Let's see if she can do it. Here. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl, Candace. Good girl. Good girl. Here, Candace, let's go. Good girl. All right. Good girl. Very nice. All right. Come here. Good girl. Oh, look at that. Yes, good girl. Because she's a pup again, I do very, very short little training spurts, and it always ends on a great positive note. Lots of praise. Even if your dog hasn't done very well, doesn't matter. Just give your dog lots and lots of praise. It's going to make your dog feel good. That's what this training is all about. You're making your dog feel good being with you and enjoying that walk, so it's not such of a nightmare with your dog pulling. That's the first stage, is doing reverse direction in an indoor area where there are less distractions. Once your dog is getting really good at following your body and hearing your let's go cue and stopping, either when you give the stop vocal cue or when you stop your body, it's time to move the dog outside. And forget the old idea that if your dog pulls ahead of you, it's wanting to be boss, pack leader, dominant over you, or any of that baloney that you might have heard. That's just not true. A dog pulls ahead of you because it's got 4 legs and you've got 2, and its pace is naturally faster. It also pulls you because it's excited to get to where it wants to go to and doesn't want to be attached to you with the leash. I'm Victoria Stillwell for eHow Pets.